Praised be Jesus and Mary. In today's collect, we prayed, O God, who sent Saint Denis and his companions to preach your glory to the nations and strengthen them for their mission with the virtue of constancy in suffering, grant that we may imitate them in disdaining prosperity in this world and in being undaunted by any trial. We read how God sent Saint Denis and his companions to preach. And though God works in unique ways in the lives of the unique saints, every saint is unique, and God works in unique ways in their lives, there's nonetheless patterns that repeat themselves, and one of them is that God first prepares those whom he later sends. And though the martyrs and the missionaries are often characterized by maybe one mission, one heroic gesture of laying down their life for God, nonetheless that one conspicuous trait of their lives was prepared, sometimes we forget, by long years of God strengthening their virtue, of God depositing in their hearts and in their minds a love and knowledge of him that they were to share and to witness to the whole church and to the whole world. And the same thing happened to St. Paul, and that's what he tells the Galatians, how after his conversion he didn't immediately go out on his missionary journeys. No, first he prepared, and for long years, 3 years in Arabia, and then 14 more years of quiet ministry, still in the vicinities of the Holy Land in Syria and Cilicia. And only after that, after the First Council of Jerusalem, did he set out on his missionary journeys across the Mediterranean. So God works in unique ways, but in all of us, for the mission that he wants us to accomplish, he first prepares us, strengthening our virtue. If we live a life of fidelity to grace in just the daily things of life, of hidden life, sometimes unknown to anybody, to the rest of the church, as St. Paul's life was unknown to the communities in Judea, St. Denis's life was unknown in Paris while he was still in Italy. And only after Pope St. Fabian sent him did he become known, and briefly, because he was soon martyred. The point is that we should never underestimate this preparation, this gaining of knowledge and love of God in our daily life, so as to be faithful to whatever mission he has prepared for us, that may be that trial or tribulation that is to come to test our faith, and to give witness to God's power to the church, or to that little missionary encounter which might go unnoticed to the rest of the world and maybe even to us, in which we share what we have gained, what God has deposited in our hearts. The proportion is always overwhelmingly that of a majority of prayer, of penance, of contemplation, to a seemingly small product of evangelization. But that's what gives this product, so to speak, to use this word, a great efficacy, great effectiveness. And if we are to look forward into the future, hoping for a new evangelization to happen, we must follow the saints, Saints Paul, Denis, the biblical Mary, and let God deposit first in our hearts treasures of knowledge and love of him, which then we can share with others. Praised be Jesus and Mary.